A Critical Role ship launches, a Lorcana lawsuit update, and good news on the SAG strike front, at least if you're a Critical Role fan.
Hot damn!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekly look back at all the fantasy and tabletop news not quite big enough for their own videos. This week we're talking about the latest Critical Role episode, so spoiler alert for that. We're also talking about Emmy nominations for various fantasy TV series and an update on the Disney Lorcana lawsuit. Now, if you like these kind of news rundowns, be sure to like and subscribe and share this video so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
I'll need my news team at my side.
This week's Critical Role episode dealt with the reunited Bells Hells reconciling their very different experiences over the past in-game week. One half of the party came out glowing after a jungle threesome, while the other half came out covered in blood and guts from one of their former companions who tried to kill them, and they were forced to, well, basically murder. We also found out that Vax is still alive, or whatever he is, but is in constant agony as he's still an orb, and he's apparently in a lot of pain being in that state. Oh, and Ludinus and the Ruby Vanguard are now on the moon. But more importantly, mere days after Laudna referred to Imogen as a sister, the two started kissing once they were reunited. Now, on its surface, it seems a little strange because Laudna is clearly dealing with a lot of trauma right now, but Imogen was surrounded by a bunch of horny, romance-obsessed idiots while they were separated, so maybe she decided it was time to take her shot, as it was obvious through the entire campaign that she's been crushing on Laudna for a while. So, basically, congratulations, shippers, you got it! Critical Role also provided us with a statement regarding the SAG strike, which launched this week and has basically shut down Hollywood. The statement reads, "We fully support the strike and stand in solidarity with our fellow actors. Currently, our release schedule is not impacted by the strike, but we will continue to evaluate and take the necessary steps should it become impacted in the future. We'll note that despite other productions pulling out of San Diego Comic-Con, Critical Role is still scheduled for 2 panels and is selling tickets for their London live show." Ravensburger has filed a motion to dismiss Upper Deck's lawsuit regarding Disney Lorcana. The filing came ahead of a scheduled hearing taking place on Friday the 14th, which is today if you're listening to this as soon as it comes out, and argues that Upper Deck's lawsuit doesn't have standing in California, which is a common sort of legal move in these sort of things, and also individually argues why each part of Upper Deck's lawsuit is invalid. Very notably, Ravensburger's motion basically referred to Upper Deck's lawsuit as a PR stunt. We'll stress that these kind of motions are pretty typical in terms of legal filings, although Ravensburger has notably retained Brian Lewis, one of the lawyers who helped Wizards of the Coast secure the initial patents for Magic the Gathering and basically set up the legal framework for trading card games as we know them today. For now, it looks like this is going to be a long legal battle unless this motion actually works, and we'll continue to provide updates as they come.
Can't wait!
Marvel is moving into the Spider-Verse. Marvel has announced the second expansion for the Marvel Multiverse RPG, which will focus on characters of the Spider-Verse. While both Spider-Men, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, or is it Spider-Mans, will likely be in the core Marvel Multiverse book, this expansion will provide rules for creating spider variants and symbiotes, and will also feature stat blocks for characters like Carnage, Spider-Ham, and Madam Web. This expansion will come out in summer 2024. Keep in mind, Marvel Multiverse RPG will release its initial core rulebook next month.
But I want it now!
In Emmy news, House of the Dragon received 8 Emmy nominations, all in technical categories, not a single acting category, which was kind of a shock. Lord of the Rings also got 6 Emmy nominations, many in the same categories as House of the Dragon, and also got shut out of all the acting categories. We will note that blowing them both out of the water was The Last of Us. They dominated the Emmys with a total of 24 nominations. Move over, Elves and Dragons. It's fungoid zombies that the nominating committee has really latched on to this year. And finally, we are getting a solo Star Trek tabletop RPG. Captain's Log Solo Adventure will let players be the captains of their very own Starfleet ship and uses a streamlined version of Star Trek Adventures to let players manage their crew through randomly generated adventures, with every era of Star Trek available for players to play through, I guess. The digital version is available now, and hard copies are coming out in August. So what was your big news story of the week? Let us know, tabletop fans and fantasy fans, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. We'll see you next time.